Today's discussion is you are no longer giving free seats to people that is a so-called friend. Have you experienced someone that you thought was your friend to come find out they're not your friend, and then we put them in that so-called friend category? How many times have you thought that someone was your friend? Think about that. How many times that you thought that someone was your friend and actually they was not your friend? How long did it take you to find out that he or she was actually not your friend? This is when we call them a so-called friend, because they are pretenders. You do not want to have those pretenders friendships involved in your life. I know that it's very heartbreaking and very disappointing to be betrayed by someone that you call a friend. So then you can come in life and you'll have a friend, another friend, a family member say, oh, where, I haven't seen you in Mary. I haven't seen you in Paulette. How's Aisha doing? Or how he's doing? How's Mark? How's Paul? How's Sam? And then you have to tell them, we no longer friends. Have you been there? We no longer friends. And then we begin to explain to people, I thought they was my friend, or they was my so-called friend, but actually they're not my friend. But we have to be very careful that we do not give empty seats to people into our hearts and into our mind that we think are friends, but actually they are a so-called friend. We are no longer giving free seats to people to sit at the tables of our heart, at the table of our mind, and think that they are a friend. Now, you also must realize this, is you can have more than one friend. So if you have a friend that changes on you or get jealous because you have another friend besides them, I would recommend you to rethink what type of friend that y'all are to each other, or what type of friend that they are bringing to you, because they could be their so-called friend. Now, when I say you can have other friends, it's because I have friends that I go shopping with. I have a friend that I might go out to eat with. I might go to the movies with. You might have a friend that I talk to every now and then, maybe once or twice a month. I have a friend that I can confide in when it comes down to the deep secrets of my life, when it comes down to my emotions, my frustration. You can have that one friend that you can confide in, because you know that person is going to listen and that person is going to give you the best advice. But if you have a friend that get mad or jealous because you have other friends, or because they was not invited to a certain function or activity or travel with you, I would recommend you to rethink what type of friend or so-called friend that they are to you. Now, these are some qualities that you need to let go if this person is displaying these type of characteristics. So we're going to call them a so-called friend. There is a so-called friend is that they're never there for you. Have you have someone that just they are your closest friend, or you say they in your friend zone, but they are never there for you when you need them? Is there a so-called friend that never calls you? You always call them. You always check on them. You maybe go and visit by them, but that so-called friend never have time to call you. Do you have this so-called friend that is selfish? It's all about them. It's all about them receiving. It's all about you making them to feel good. But they never think about you feeling good. They never think about you doing something good for you. Is there a so-called friend that is discussing your business with other people? When I said you have that one friend that you can confide in, but is that so-called friend is going and discussing your business with other friends or with other people? Do you have that so-called friend that you already know that have these jealousy tendencies? They are jealous about your life. They are jealous about you being blessed. They are jealous, could be the car you drive, the money you have, the relationship you in. Just jealous, the way that you dress. Or jealous and you're able to, that you're happy, you're at peace. Do you have that so-called friend that you still is giving a free seat to in your life, but you know that they are jealous of you? Why have that type of friend sitting at the tables of your heart or involved in your life when you know that they are not a true friend? But we talk about the qualities that you need to look for those so-called friends. But let's talk about what is valuable friendship. Now, we know valuable friendship and loyal friends are hard to come by. Once you get one, I advise you to keep it. Valuable and loyal friendships is hard to come by. So when I think about valuable, I'm thinking about valuable. When we hear valuable, we thinking about something of good worth. We think about our house are valuable. We think about our cars. We think about our jewelry. We say that's the value. We think about the money that we have in the bank. That is valuable. Something that is of great worth. Your husband, your wife. You can also have a friend that is so valuable to you because you know of their worth and you know of their characteristics. Now, a friend is a person that you have a certain bond with. It's a person that is important to you. Like I said, you give them a seat at the tables of your heart. You give them a seat to be involved in your life. A friend is also a person that can offer you support, love, companion. It's a friend that helps promote you, a person that rejoices in your success. Remember, we talk about those jealous friends or so-called friends, but they're jealous. You want a friend that will rejoice in your success. You want a friend that is trustworthy. And you want that friend that you can confide in. You want that friend that is confidential. And most of all, you want a friend, like I say, are loyal. Friends that are valuable, they are loyal, they are of great worth. Now, one thing I do want you to remember is that valuable friends also is just like a rare diamond. They are priceless. A valuable friend is just like a rare diamond. They are priceless. So when I come down to, let's define what are some good characteristics of a good friend. A good friend is trustworthy. That is a person that you know that you can trust and they can trust you. Another good quality is being respectful. A good friend that respects your boundaries. Remember that. You need a friend that are respectful, that a good friend will respect your boundaries. Then you do want a friend that has some empathy. A friend that understands your feelings, your ups and your downs. Then you also want that friend that is loyal. This is a person that does not change when you're around those other friends. Remember, I talk about that? You want a loyal friend, and you want a person that is going to always consistent to be the same with you. So even if you don't talk to that friend every day, once a month, they're not going to change on you. They're still going to remain the same. And also you want a friend that is reliable. That is a friend that is dependable. And you know when you call them, they are going to be there. If they can, they will be there. That's their reliable friend. Remember, we don't want that so-called friend that only call when they need you. But you need a reliable friend. And also you need a friend that is positive. A friend that's always inspiring and providing you some good feedback and telling you the right thing. You don't need a friend that is going to agree with you when you're wrong. You don't want a friend that every time you talk to a friend is doom and gloom. It's always an issue or circumstances or something going on in their life. You want a friend to inspire you, something positive. Because we are not giving free seats at our heart and our mind. We're not giving free seats of friends in our lives. Now, are you looking to make new friends or to cultivate better relationship? I will always say the more the friends, the better it can be. So you can always be available to have new friends, but just make sure it's the right friend that you're giving a seat to at your heart or in your life. Now, these are some tips that can help you to cultivate good friendship. These are some tips to help you cultivate good friendship. I'm going to end with some Bible verses because the Bible tells us about friendship. Proverbs 27:9 says, "Ointment and perfume rejoice the heart. So doeth the sweetness of a man's friend by hearty counsel. Oil and perfume makes the heart glad, and the sweetness of a friend comes from his earnest counsel." To have a friend is that friend is going to bring some happiness to your heart. Any so-called friend that is causing a weight or argument, frustration, or stress, that is a so-called friend, and you have to distance yourself from that person. But a good friend is like ointment and perfume. It brings joy to your heart. Oh, glory to God. Then we're going to go to Proverbs 19:20. It says, a friend, listen to this, listen to advice and accept discipline, and the end will be counted among the wise. That is that friend that is going to give you some good advice and going to tell you when you're wrong, when you're right, because at the end, they're going to give you some sound wisdom, some sound instruction. We need friends that hold us accountable to be good friends. Then Proverbs 17:17 says, a friend love at all times. You should have that friend that love you at all times. And what I mean by that is during your ups and downs, is a true friend will love you at all times because they should be able to understand. Today, Tammy is not having a good day. Today, Tammy just not talking. Maybe Tammy don't want to go somewhere. But a friend will love at all times. A friend don't love you today and don't love you tomorrow. And then I want to end with this. Proverbs 13:20. Whoever walks with the wise become wise, but the companion of fool will suffer harm. What Proverbs is saying is that you need to have friends that are of your equal or higher. You need friends that can provide you that wisdom, that instruction. You want that friend, like I said, provide you that positive feedback that's always inspiring. That friend that is dependable. You want to walk with someone that is going to give you some wisdom, that's going to feed back into you as a friend. Because if you walk with the companion of fools, you will suffer harm. That's like that so-called friend that only call when they need something, they want something. Are they selfish? You don't want that type of friend. So I want to encourage you is to let go of those so-called friends in your life and focus on giving people a place to sit in your heart and your mind in your life that is a true friend. Anything besides that is let it go and distance yourself from those people that are not your friend. Because a friend should be someone of valuable, someone that you can trust, someone that's loyal, and someone that you know is dear and important to you. You have a blessed day.